Good morning, guys. Here we are, Monday, August 30th, 2021. I'm just going to walk you guys through today's module and kind of guide you through the lesson that we'll be starting today. So you have your expectations for the day, just kind of gives you the rundown of what to expect. Science spell work, starting a new activity today called Pulling It All Together. And make sure if you're absent for any reason, you watch the videos posted throughout the module to guide you through today's lesson. Here's your science spell work, week 4, day 1, new theme for the week. You'll, complete that as usual, read through the passage, respond to parts A and B, and make sure you watch the review video to check your answers, like usual. Then we'll be beginning a new activity today. The activity is called Pulling It All Together. In this activity, you will play the part of a community health department investigative team, so similar to last activity. Only this time you're going to analyze data provided by investigators in the field, and you guys will prepare an investigative report. So first thing we will do, we'll read through the memo together. So this is to the members of the health department investigative staff from the director of the community health department. It's about a disease outbreak. The director of our disease awareness unit has alerted me to a disease outbreak at one of our elementary schools. Her staff have completed an initial investigation into the outbreak and sent data to us for analysts. I need you to review the data they have sent and prepare a brief report. You will complete a form based on your investigative report form. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, you're going to look at two different sets of data. We have data set 4.2A, and this is about a disease outbreak at Lincoln Elementary School. Says the school has 520 absences. The illness occurred over a 2-month period. At the peak of the outbreak, 66 students, which is about close to 13%, were absent from school. 2 years ago, a similar percentage of students were absent from what turned out to be the flu. The symptoms: interviewed a doctor who treated the ill students. He concluded that 66 students had chickenpox based on having the characteristics rash and at least 2 other symptoms. The following table shows how many of these students displayed symptoms of the chickenpox. So here are the symptoms you have, and here are the number of students who showed those symptoms. And then samples taken from 2 ill students were sent away for lab analysis. One of the 2 samples was found to contain chickenpox virus. So here's our first data sheet. And then here's the second data sheet that you'll read through. And this is about a disease outbreak at Lincoln Elementary School. Infection rates of vaccinated compared with infection rates of unvaccinated students. So parents were interviewed to see if the children had been vaccinated. They were also asked if the children had already had and recovered from chickenpox. Children cannot get the disease a second time. Over 90% of parents reported having had chickenpox as children.
Teachers, pardon the interruption. The internet is back up. I'm sure most of you are aware. If you can, we know most of you have already submitted paper attendance, but if you have time, please hop on PowerSchool and do it electronically, period 2 only. Thank you.
Sorry about that. So there's your infection rates, number of students vaccinated versus unvaccinated, and how that worked out with, had chickenpox before, have chickenpox now. And then we have 2 doctors examined the sick children and classified each case as mild, moderate, or severe. Here's how that broke down. Here's your number of vaccinated students compared to your number of unvaccinated. And then time of vaccination. Parents of children who were vaccinated were asked if their child was vaccinated within the past 4 years. Children who were vaccinated over 4 years ago were 5 times as likely to get chickenpox as were children vaccinated within the past 4 years. So there's your 2 data sheets. You will choose one of those 2. So you will either choose 4.2A or 4.2B. So choose one or the other. Okay? And you will upload this report form. And you will simply use either datasheet 4.2A or datasheet 4.2B, and you will use this report form to go through and complete each section on the report form. So we're looking for the, being able to identify the testable question or questions that you could see from either datasheet 4.2A or 4.2B, And then the questions are based on the following evidence. What evidence was provided for you in those data sheets? And then your analysis of the evidence and your conclusions are as follows. So you're analyzing the evidence, and based on your analysis, what do you think was the cause, or what do you think was the problem as far as the disease outbreak and things of that nature? And then the last section, I have identified the following questions that could be asked as next steps in the investigation. So if we want to further this investigation, what are some questions that you would have that you would want to be answered? So simply choosing either 4.2a or 4.2b, uploading the report form, and kind of following along with the report form and filling each section out as you go through the data sheet that you chose. And that is it for today's module. We'll continue with the activity tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, make sure you message me through Canvas. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good day.